Hello and welcome to Enchanted Babes, where we play D&D under the sea. I am NerdKicks, your DM, and I'm joined as always by my players Ashta, Alex, and Sun. How are we all feeling?
Good.
Ooh, I'm here even if you can't see me.
We just got a beautiful view of your cat.
Yeah,
And what's
today
your
is
cat?
actually his gotcha day.
Oh, that's
Seventh
great.
gotcha day.
Happy Gotcha
Aw.
Day.
What's the cat's name?
His name is Binks.
Binks, of course. Oh my goodness, so cute. So it's been a minute, but I am happy to report that the party is back together.
After
Finally.
how many
Attending-
sessions of not being together? Oh my god.
I don't even want to think about it. I do not recall how many. It was too many. We had our heroes arrived into town and basically immediately got arrested. And
That doesn't sound like us at all.
What,
I
we
had-
got arrested? No, never.
two of us were in prison. One of us was sort of sequestered in the castle, to ostensibly to take over as like third in command, with the dying princess, and it's a lot. But Elomi managed to discover that there was a secret entrance in the Temple of Daidea, with some prior knowledge that we knew connected to a tunnel, potentially from nefarious purposes, like in ancient-ish history, that connected to the Temple of Galathea, where I think you guys got like a very cryptic, or you got a message through to Elomi, and I wish I remembered what the specific wording of what Elomi received was. Do you have it written down?
It was very
Uh,
cryptic. Waylon said something like,
It was like, if you don't make it, go
Right.
south, or something wild like that.
You have until sundown tomorrow,
Which
or
sounds incredibly
Galathea wants you to
threatening.
go north.
Or Galathea wants you to go north. That's right.
Yes.
but yes,
Yeah,
you have until
so-
sundown tomorrow. Sounds like we were gonna die. Like, if Elomi didn't make it to us.
And it was not super duper close, but Elomi did end up having to kind of work through the night and early morning trying to get through a stone cave-in this tunnel, eventually suffering 2 points of exhaustion to arrive at the Temple of Galathea. 1 point of exhaustion was immediately healed by people in the temple. You should still have 1 point. And then eventually arrived into what is now a very crowded tiny bedroom, where we have our three heroes, and Kale is there, Tauma's childhood friend who has been broken out of prison. Kaz is there, the like sort of acolyte of Galathea who lives in this temple full time. And then Thauma, what's your other friend's name? I'm drawing a total blank. Hydrus, that's right. Hydrus, also childhood acquaintance of Thauma. So last we left off, it was like late morning, or more like midday, pretty much. And you were all sitting around consuming tea that Kaz has brought to you, and also Thauma paid Kaz 50 gold for their troubles. And that is where we are. That is where we are at.
Have I tackled
feel
hugged Elomi yet? 'Cause-
I think you did, actually.
okay, good.
Yeah.
I came crawling in like it's The Walking Dead, and you're just like, Elomi!
Yeah,
There
I think the hug was like immediate upon.
It was.
And then I just start regaling you with our time in prison and all the cool people that I met and all the new friends that I have.
Aw. I think it's a nice little catch up over some tea and sea biscuits.
All right.
Sorry, I had to force that one in there.
I mean, it wouldn't be Enchanted Babes without constant puns.
Oh, that's the appeal in it. I think that we should be discussing our next moves because clearly, if the Temple of
stay where we
Daedea
are.
knew that
We cannot stay where we are.
yeah, it's only a matter of time since the Temple of Daedea already knew that there was like that statue storage for them to investigate and come on the other side.
They did. You were witnessed diving
Mhm.
into the hole.
So we're on a bit of a timer to see how long they can investigate the end of the tunnel.
And obviously we're on a
so-
timer because, like, your sister is really sick, so that's also really pressing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that goes without saying.
Well, thank goodness it's only your sister. You know, we wouldn't want anyone else to be catching this thing.
Yeah. Which is surprising and a little bit weird for an illness. It seems like it's not jumping between hosts, which is interesting.
I will remind you. I believe you saw
Yeah, I
Braylon,
thought someone else.
Baelnor.
Baelnor,
Yeah, the
Baelnor
The,
had
like,
the legions
right-hand
as
man.
well. Yeah.
but they went into the forest with her, right?
Yes. They were in the
Okay.
forest together.
So do you
So
share
it
with us
could've-
that
It's
it's
not
also
necess-
Baelnor?
Yeah, it's also on Baelnor, another member of the expedition.
Then we have two people we need to save.
Yes.
But we don't necessarily know if it's communicable. Rather than they happen to be at the same place that they got it from.
Hmm.
The only way to tell if it's communicable or if it's something environmental is to go see.
Yeah.
So we have to go into the scary death forest.
Woo!
So you say scary death forest, that just sounds like fun to me.
Of course it does. There was some sort of like tiny little breadcrumb I was given, like blue coral or something. Blue sores from the coral and a fever. So the sores are blue. I see.
Yeah, it's
was
like blue
coming in-
lesions, and that's what you also saw on Baelnor.
Yeah. And it came from interaction with some kind of coral. I didn't write down any details, so I apparently wasn't given any details.
So, we need to head north. Well, we
South,
thought
right?
that it is,
No,
but
I
to get
said- Sorry, go ahead.
to get out of the city, the least guarded gate is the Sunburst Shallows gate.
Ah.
Unless
right,
anyone
Yeah,
else
we
has
were
a
gonna
better
kinda do a
idea
loop-de-loop.
to get out of the
I-
city without having to do a loop.
I'm changing the map just to a city map. So you are in the northeastern area behind the Spiral Market, and you have learned that, or you know that the least guarded gate is the one that goes north into the Sunburst Shallows.
So then the next step would be to cut through Lanathma Forest, or to go around to the other side close to Tabora.
Let me go back to the world map.
So my question was, it would probably be wisest to go out north, go out the north gate. But do we want to go around west towards Tabora, or do we want to go around east and cut through Lanathma?
Well, I don't really know this region particularly well, so Elomi, you grew up around here. Is it safer to go through Lanathma or towards the coast?
I did grow up around here. That doesn't necessarily mean that I had a lot of outside the city time. I hope you understand.
So you were like locked up in that castle for most of the time.
Yeah, I was either, locked up in the castle or locked up in the temple, and I could only slip away and do stuff in the city.
I see. Well, I mean, we know the Lanathma Forest, so maybe it might be more exciting if we go the other way.
Right. I'm just worried that we might get
Fighting
captured again
might-
at the crossroads.
Yeah. exciting might not be the best route. Exciting is unknown. The Lanathma Forest we know.
Okay.
More
Okay.
places to hide that we're familiar with.
But
Mhm.
we're
Because you can,
known around there is the problem. So, like, we can spend some
which
time,
means
like,
we have friends.
and enemies.
But more friends.
I mean, maybe we can pick up another friend for
Yeah.
Gideon. Like, if we just steal another seahorse, then Gideon can have a friend. And, like, maybe
Yes.
if we steal another seahorse from another guard, it'll be someone Gideon already knows.
Point of order, where
Is,
is
um,
Gideon?
He's in the stables at the Temple of Galathea.
Okay, great.
Isn't the Lanathma Forest where we ran into that camp of the deep
Yeah, it was kind of
Because,
close to
yes,
the cliff
they're
edge,
there.
near the Riverfold Ravine, like cliff.
Are you thinking that we might be able to
So,
reconnect with them and they could help us travel a little bit more discreetly?
yes. So we'd have allies if we ran into them out that way. Where if we went away, while it would be more exciting, in your words, Leo, we wouldn't know anybody.
I take your point.
And you can guarantee there will be guards looking for us. The more people that we have a network of that can help us and hide us, the safer we are. Unless you want to go back to prison
Look, I have a lot of
and
great
join
mates
your
in prison.
friends there.
I'm not mad about the idea of going back to prison, but I do take your point that, like, if we go to the Lanathma Forest route, we have other friends there, and, like, you know, the more people that you have at a party, in my experience, the more fun the party tends to be. So, yeah, I'm all for that. Let's do that.
Okay.
So if we go the real long way and hit Estalon, we could touch base with Fred.
You do know somebody in Destalon.
And Winifred, too, because she's really cool.
Right.
Mhm.
Both or either of them might have information or know where to get information about what's going on or what could be going on with whatever made your sister sick.
Yeah.
Or might have
Let's go back and see our friends.
safe houses. Or information about safe houses.
Alright, I think you've sold me on this idea. I am 100% in. Let's do that. Alright, how are we getting out of the city? Now we know where we're going. How are we actually going to get out of the gate? I can make myself look like someone else. Apparently looking like Elomi is a dangerous idea, although I do like looking like Elomi. They are stunning.
I appreciate the thought, Leo.
I can also make myself look like other people and agree that looking like a Lomi, while a fantastic idea, is not a good idea in this scenario. Because 3 Elomis, while hilarious, is 3 more chances to get arrested. Again.
Yeah.
Well, we could just make ourselves look like, you know, random people, merchants, I don't know, temple folk. Temple folk seem to have, like, a lot of liberties and power here. Maybe if we make ourselves look like acolytes of Galathea or Didea.
I don't know how much free movement disciples of Galathea are given, but disciples of Didea have a once a year trip to the Sunburst Shallows, which is north of here. That's where I broke away and you found me.
So it's not been a year yet, so that's sad. That'll look suspicious.
Just sit there for 10 months. It's fine.
It's not like we have a ticking
I'm
clock or
sure.
anything.
Yeah.
All right. Then.
So
Merchants.
Elomi,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing wrong with either of us, but Elomi, you're aware that like disciples of Didea tend to go wherever the hell they want, whenever they want. Not you, but
Yeah.
you know, they don't get questioned around town.
Mm-hmm. Got some clout, I guess.
They're heavily favored by the crown.
Yeah. If we dressed up as priests of Didea, we'd go through a whole lot less scrutiny, just because of the amount of social pull that they have. They're heavily favored by the crown.
All right. So what's our backstory? We are priests of the Temple of Didea. We are going north to the Sunburst Shallows to convert the filthy heathens out that way.
Or
The
we're
people
going on
with
a
us?
swim for fun. Because why not?
That works too.
We're doing an ascetic training activity where you have to, I don't know, walk around the perimeter of the wall from outside.
I'm down for either of those.
Less you have to remember, the better.
Yeah, don't worry. The proselytizing is mostly implied. That's not something that they, go on and on about explicitly.
Okay, so is this one of those situations where I should probably not do the talking?
Yes.
Probably.
Leo's learning self-awareness.
Okay, I will seal my lips like a clam.
All right.
All right, so you have a plan. Kale kind of turns to Thauma and says, you know, I'm going to have to stick around here because I need to make sure that everyone in the Genbor Gardens is going to make it out okay.
Do you need some,
Gotta be the hero.
money or something, Kale, to make that easier? We've got some coin. You need to,
I think I'm... Hey, wait, don't we have a big old bag? And he kind of turns to Hydrus, because I don't know if anyone's told him what happened with the money yet.
Yeah, I have it. I got it from her.
Oh. Well, as long as it's safe.
And yeah.
Okay, so... Cool, you got that. Elomi, can I get my, clockwork amulet back from you?
Oh, yes, I apologize. I thought that I handed that back last session.
You may have done, I don't remember.
Here you go. I kept it nice.
Kale will give Thauma like a big strong hug and says, you know, be safe, you better come back.
I don't know if I want to come back here.
It's been a hell of a first visit.
Wow.
It's a good point. Where should we? We'll make plans. We'll meet up.
Yeah, I know. Well, if we're successful in what we're trying to do, I'll be back. But hopefully that will come with a pardon. That's what we want out of it. But
Yeah. We do need to come back here, but I don't know that I want to stay here. I mean, honestly, for a big town, the parties here kind of suck. They suck.
I mean, I
fish
definitely
balls
don't
bad.
Don't worry, I understand.
I definitely don't want to stay here. I just I can't leave till I help everyone out.
Hopefully what we're doing will make that job a lot easier. Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Just don't get your tentacles caught again. I don't want to have to do that again. The
Fair
whole
enough.
jailbreak thing is really stressful.
Yeah, let's make that a once ever thing.
Yeah.
But I got the gold from Hydra's. Do you need
I mean, yeah,
money?
I helped get that. I want some of it.
I didn't know if you had squirreled shit away. I don't know if
That
this was
was
just
what
my
I'd
amount.
squirreled away. Also, what the hell is a squirrel?
Hi, Trish.
What's the underwater equivalent of like digging and hiding away?
Cuttlefish? I don't know.
I was having a similar discussion earlier of like what are the equivalents of different like birds, and I don't have an answer for you.
I don't know. Whatever the hiding
So
away is. So yeah, I
hermit
honestly
crab it
didn't know
away.
if that was like just like Tauma's cut, if he had hidden some away or what. So I will.
That was all that. So going way back, that bag
Yeah.
was everything he could get out without getting caught.
Oh, do you like being
So
held
I
now?
will give him 300 gold.
300 gold out of the 6,000.
It was 600.
Was it 600?
It was, yeah.
I really thought.
Was it supposed to be 6,000? Because he told me 600.
I really thought it was 6,000. So let's call it 600 for now. And you're giving him half.
Yeah.
GM has
Okay.
scammed us.
Yeah.
Oh man, I tried. Okay, side note, I tried to scam our GM out of some gold because there was an NPC that only promised us 10 gold for this like insanely difficult job, and we got back like 3 sessions later. Or 5 sessions, we finished the job, and I got back and I was like, "All right, please give us our 15 gold." And like both in and out of character, I was like trying to lie, and the GM was just staring me down. He was like, "I can't remember how much he promised you." That means it's 15. He remembered though. Anyway, side note over.
But yeah, if
Okay,
it's
so you're
if it's
Yeah.
6,000, I'll give him 3,000. But I
Well, so
had
you
it
give
in
him
as it was
half.
600.
And
Yeah.
I'll go back
Whatever
and
is in
watch
there.
to see how much gold I gave you.
Yeah, because I mean, I can look back at my notes.
6,000 does seem excessive.
6,000. You could probably start your own Gimbor.
I mean, Genbor is really big. Okay, in any case, you give him half the gold. And as you're doing all of this, Kaz is gonna hand you a small vial or a small like glass bottle and just say, "Please, for the love of everything, please be safe." And hands you a health potion, just like a regular small one.
We will
Hands it to
try
Leo.
our best.
I take it and I go, "Thanks, Kaz, and I can't guarantee that we'll always be safe, because safe isn't always fun, but we won't die, probably."
By
Good
God, we'll
enough.
crawl through somehow.
That's super assuring, Leo.
Leo just kind of looks at you as like, "Yeah, it was meant to be," like completely oblivious to the sarcasm.
Alrighty. Are you guys heading out?
We are. Is there anything special that we should dress Gideon in?
Do the temples... Sorry. I'm sure that acolytes probably don't bring war horses along frequently, but is there like a fit that they wear?
I mean, just like kind of a royal bridal.
You could say he's my service animal.
This is my emotional support sea warhorse.
Which he's not. I don't think he currently has a saddle, does he? Because
No.
you removed the saddle and the bridle because they were the royal guard.
Mm-hmm.
So he has nothing right now.
He's naked.
He's a naked seahorse. Point of order, Elomi, you still have a point of exhaustion, so you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Excellent. As if I don't roll horribly enough already. So you said a royal bridle?
Yeah.
A royal bridle.
Can't
We have a
remember if-
broken...
Did we ditch ours or did we hide it?
I think we ditched it.
That
You
makes sense.
definitely ditched it in the Lenathma forest
That makes sense.
when you found him. I don't have a tissue. Oh, yes, I do.
Is there a way that we can incorporate a sea warhorse into our story of why we have to leave out the gate?
Maybe it's part of like the training to take a sea warhorse out, and they are without saddle, and we have to.
We're taking him
Use
out for
our-
exercise.
Thauma, why do you got to be so sensible all the time?
I gotta go take my sea warhorse out for a walk.
Simple.
Or we could like put
Simple
robes on him,
answers.
and he could be another acolyte.
Okay. So how are you? I know.
Thauma just keeps going forward.
Yeah, you guys are leaving, right?
Yeah, we're leaving.
Thauma and Leo, have you already disguised yourselves?
Oh, that's a good question. How long will it take us to get from the Temple of Galathea to the gate? Because disguise self only lasts an hour.
Like 20 minutes. It's not far.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
we'll disguise ourselves before we leave. Leo's just going to disguise themselves like as some sort of merchant.
Okay.
Another merbolg, but like a merchant. Copies someone that we've vaguely seen before. And
Tom.
in
Sorry, go ahead.
fact, I will... Can I just grab like a couple of sacks of things and like maybe just like stick some like sea vegetables and stuff out the top, sort of like make it look like Gideon is carrying like a couple of packs of fruits and veggies?
It might cost you a couple copper, like 2 copper, just to get bags from people, but you could easily, like, there's food around the temple. You could easily gather like a couple things.
Then I can be like, and these 2 priests of Didea are helping me with my escorting me out of the city and keeping me safe.
Thauma, what is your disguise?
I'm just gonna look like a generic person.
Generic what?
Or person.
Generic person.
If I'm able to. Because I know sometimes with the limbs, it's a little weird.
I was thinking about this on the way home today. You could totally disguise yourself as a mer person. You kind of would have a little bit of a difficulty swimming because you'd basically have to like keep your limbs
If I have a robe
together.
on.
Do robes really cover all of your tentacles?
How long are the robes?
What robes? Do you have robes?
Haven't we had to wear Didaic robes before? Didn't we have them when we dressed up as Didaic priests to go into the prison the first time around anyway? So we have...
I thought those were fake.
I don't remember if they were fake or real. I remember they were just standard-ass robes.
We have robes that can at least look-ish.
I would say those wouldn't cover your tail because that would inhibit swimming.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if you want to like fully pass as a mer person, you'd kind of have to kind of bunch your tentacles together, like almost like keeping your legs together and
Okay.
walk
Then
on
I'll
like a little
then I'll
penguin person.
then I'll just still be
Nurselani.
an Ursulani, just
Okay.
not.
Like you could do it, you would just have to move slightly slower. That's all.
I already move slow, so no, I'll still be an Ursulani, just not quite as pale. I'll do more like the reddish Pacific octopus,
Heck yeah, those things are so
or
cute.
or like bright, not as dark in depth.
Great.
Ursulani.
Elomi, how are you preparing?
I'm going to use my handy dandy performance disguise kit in order to change my hair, and I don't know if I can change my scale colors.
Paint your
Probably.
scales.
Yeah.
Body paint.
Your disguise kit's probably gonna run out pretty soon.
If I do that.
It's already probably gonna run out pretty soon because you've used it a bunch of times.
Damn it, I thought that I restocked it when we went on that little foray to the market.
Did you? I'll look it up and see. But yeah, so you could even if you did restock, if you paint your tail, it's going to use up a big chunk of it.
Okay.
But which you are welcome to do.
How common is your tail color?
Oh, black and white fish is super rare in like reef mer circles. It's
You've noticed the royal family has the same coloring, and then maybe one or two other people you saw when you were in the castle.
it's rare enough that it's worth a think about.
I say if it improves our chances of getting out, then let's do it, because
Yeah.
I think we need that most right now, and
Yeah. So I will worry about the meager amounts of disguise kit ink later.
Yeah, I'll look it up and see if I can determine if you replenished it already.
So I will change my hair color to yellow, I think. I think I'm gonna disguise myself like an angelfish. You know, paint over the black scales with white. They have it's a yellow decorative dorsal fin, yeah?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm disguising myself as an angelfish mer.
Angelfish are black and white.
I thought that
They're black and white, and they have a little bit of yellow on them.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
so yeah, I mean that would be really easy to shift yourself into an angelfish because the coloration is very similar, and it would not take up quite as much of your disguise kit.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Great. Alrighty.
I looked at my notes from back when Hydrus gave Thauma the gold. It was 642 gold, but it was only about 20% of the amount that it should have been.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, that's right, because that was all that he could get out. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Sorry for getting your hopes up just now. Okay, so you are all disguised, and you are on your way through the spiral market towards the town exit. Are you just going straight there?
Yep, because disguise self has limited duration on it. And Leo's just humming to himself to remind himself not to talk to the guards at the gate.
Okay. As
but,
you
not look in it, because we don't want to be suspicious.
Right.
Kind of like we can meander, because he said it only takes 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we don't want to like run.
There is definitely a heightened guard presence. There's like lots of, anytime you see guards, they're like whispering to each other frantically. There's a lot going on. But you are largely ignored on your way towards the exit to the town. And then when you get there, there's a very short kind of line of people who are, it looks like the guards are talking to people on their way out, which Elomi is a little odd to you. And so there's like 3 people in line ahead of you.
Can I hear what they're asking?
Yeah. They're not being like quiet about it, so they're pretty much just asking like, who are you? Where are you going? When are you planning to come back? Kind of questions like that. Which is,
Okay.
again, not what you're used to at this exit.
Are they checking for IDs or anything, or is it just like a question screening?
It seems to be all verbal, but they are taking notes.
Okay.
It takes a
Names.
Yeah, we do have names. Obviously we're using our shorter or like code versions. Yeah.
Sure.
Easy to remember.
All right.
Okay. It takes about 10 minutes for your turn at the line. And the 2 guards are sort of there, kind of not completely, like they're kind of blocking like the entrance a little bit. And they say, you know, as you approach, they kind of barely look up from their nose and they're like, names.
L.
Is that like the letter or is it spelled out?
Oh, ELLE.
Last name.
Dida.
And you?
Hello, laddie. My name is Melvin Fishbucket.
And you?
Tammy Gaster.
Where are you going?
We are going to the Sunburst Shallows,
What are you doing?
accompanying this merchant.
I'm a little old, you see, and this lovely horse of mine needs to go for his walkies.
Get over that voice.
How long are you staying?
2 days.
Okay, everybody make a deception check.
Damn it.
Elomi, remember yours is at disadvantage.
So that just means the lower of 2 rolls, right?
Yes.
18 is the roll, and deception has +4, so that would be a 20.
18 is the lower of 2?
Yeah, I rolled 19 the first time. I was actually surprised I was
Yeah.
rolling good.
Okay, so more than 18.
Mm-hmm.
Thauma, what'd you get?
15.
15?
Yep.
And Leo?
7.
Oh,
Oh, 8. Still below 10, though.
Oh no.
Ah, shrimp.
Okay, so the one who's like taking notes is just like barely acknowledging you. And then what did you say your name was, Leo?
Melvin Fishbucket.
Melvin Fishbucket. The other one has been kind of fussing with something, you know, like on someone's cart. He kind of perks up and goes, "Did you say Fishbucket?"
Yes, laddie, I said Fishbucket.
How the
Sometimes it's
fuck did
pronounced
you get
fish
into town?
bouquet.
We drove all of the fish buckets out 6 months ago. So either you're lying or you're not supposed to be here.
So
He's kind of getting in your face.
it's
I
rude
guess-
to be so aggressive to your elders. Have you learnt no respect?
Your whole family needs to learn respect.
All right, then, I will leave and I will never come back. And these two lovely priests of Dideo will ensure it, won't you?
Make a
Certainly will.
make a persuasion check.
That is an
Give
unnatural
the
20.
help action? Oh.
Unnatural 20.
He glares at you and kind of like spits at the ground in front of you. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And he scoots aside to let you through.
I've never seen such disrespect from the youth in my entire life.
And tell your uncle he's a piece of shit.
You tell your uncle he's a piece of shit. Ah.
Let's go, sir.
And you are out of the city.
What Hatfield and McCoy nonsense have we just wandered into?
So you find yourself, it's sort of in front of you there's a road, and you can see in the distance, it's not super far out. There's a couple of little like pop-up shops. There's lots of just people milling around. It's like, I mean, it's literally the beach. Like the shore is in sight. Yeah, it's a little toasty for Thauma especially. Leo, it's a little warm, but you spend time on the surface sometimes, so it's not that bad. But Thauma, it's a little uncomfortably warm. And it's very bright and sunny, and like the sunlight is like kind of sparkling in beams through the water that is getting increasingly, or more and more shallow.
Despite the heat, Thauma pulls the hood of the robes up and over their head and just like covers their eyes. Like, no. No, son, no.
Where would you like to go?
We are going to head towards the Lanathma Forest. I will pull the fake saddlebags off Gideon and ask Thauma if they would like to ride Gideon, because it's so hot here.
Fine. I can swim. I'll just be shade as fast as possible.
All right, let's go.
All right. So to the east, are you traveling like right along the city wall, or more towards the shoreline, or just straight across the middle? Like, kind of what's your trajectory?
Would probably be better to avoid going straight against the wall, just in case because they patrol the parapets, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so cutting it more towards the shore would be a better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thauma's not thrilled about Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of surrounded by people just being. Like, there's not a lot of like hustle and bustle. There's just a lot of people, kind of, selling wares, but it's a really relaxed vibe compared to what you've seen in Genbor.
This is nice. This is chill.
Yeah. It was so easy to run away into the forest from here. I love it here. It's so calm.
Kind of reminds me of home a little bit, to be honest.
I was gonna say, like, Leo, this is kind of like what you're used to, is this like chill hippie kind of vibe. So you can see the Lanathma Forest up ahead. It's like an hour. It's really flat here, so it's like an hour to the edge of the forest. And at this point, it's like it would have taken Elomi a while to get in disguise, so I would say it's like mid-afternoon.
I say we try and get to the forest before we camp for the evening.
Oh, definitely.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Definitely have the seaweed cover.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So an hour or so later, you have arrived at the edge of the Lanathma forest, which this is a kelp forest. So there are like greens and orange and yellow, different colored kelp that it gets pretty dense pretty quick. It starts out as just like a few tundles, but then like pretty quickly it becomes a pretty dense kelp forest.
Are there any signs, like just in the immediate vicinity of the group that we ran into on our way to Genbor?
Make an investigation check.
Anyone?
21.
Yeah.
Let's see. So kind of along the edge of where it starts to get pretty dense, you don't notice anything at first, and then you do see what look like a couple of abandoned food traps, but they definitely look like they haven't been used in a while. So it looks like maybe they were here, but have not been here for a while.
Why would they leave the food traps?
It looks like one of
If
them's
they,
broken.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's broken.
or if they come back to the area, that they can reuse them and they just put bait in it.
Yeah.
You do find some food.
Nice.
I've just been munching on like the fresh seagrass and seaweed as we go past. Going, nothing like free range kelp.
Yeah, honestly, like this is feasts for days for Leo.
I'm imagining as Leo just like during the hike reaching out and going and just chomping it on the way.
Which, if you translate that to land adventuring, you're just taking bites out of trees.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you're foraging and looking for little berries. You're just like taking bites out of trees, which I love for Leo.
They had a rough morning being yelled at for their fake name.
Fish bucket, man. That family.
I
I
don't
thought
Okay,
this
know
was
what
under the
they
sea.
did.
Where's all this? I thought we were under the sea. Where's all this beef coming from?
Sea cows.
True.
I see. I have offended Leo. I apologize.
Oh, the manatee.
So what would you like to do?
Is there any signs of our friends that we met last time we came through here?
That is what
The
Thauma was
traps
asking
are.
about.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
And they got like a 20, didn't they? 21 or something.
You're welcome to also make an investigation check if you'd like.
I don't think that's going to help.
Okay.
But I can always try. That is an 11. I'm not very
You
helpful.
found some kelp. You found something broken on the ground, but it was a lot less interesting than the kelp because the prison kelp was not good.
Very not good.
With a 21, now that I think about it, you could kind of see maybe the direction you think they've gone. You're not positive, but you're like, well, this kind of looks like that was cut through for travel.
Let the others know. Say, hey, we could head this way in the morning. We want to see if we can catch up to them and see if they've made their way down to the Zenthal Forest and know anything.
Well,
And
Elomi's
also
pretty
say, hey.
tired, so we should probably let them rest.
Oh, yeah.
properly
Yeah,
for
it definitely
tonight.
wouldn't be tonight. But also let them know that, hey, guards may be circling
Yeah.
out this way as well.
Okay. Are you guys gonna set up for a long rest?
We are going to set up for a long rest.
Yes.
Fantabulous. So I would say that would be a good time to take a break. Okay, so at the edge of the Lanathma forest, our heroes are setting up for a long rest. What are we doing about keeping watch?
I'm taking first watch because
Okay.
I'm the one who needs rest the least. So yeah, I'll just sort of like sit with Gideon and keep an eye out on the forest, maybe munch on a few more leaves as the first few hours of night passes.
Okay. Make a perception check.
That is an 11.
11. Okay. Your watch passes uneventfully. Who is taking? Sorry, go ahead.
Between Thauma and Elomi, Thauma, did you have
I'll take second watch. It's fine.
Okay, cool. I will wake Thauma
Yeah.
up then.
All right.
Go, psst. It's your turn. Sorry to
Oh,
wake you.
mine. I got a 7 perception.
Okay. Tama, during your watch, you hear some like rustling off to the like south. Or north, rather, off to the north.
Fuck. I don't want to wake the others up. They need sleep. I'm gonna wake Gideon up.
Okay. You nudge Gideon and he kind of goes.
Gideon, I heard something. I don't want to go look at it alone.
No. Make an animal handling check.
It's a 19.
Jeez Louise.
Gideon is the best boy out of us all.
Gideon snaps to attention and turns and glares in the direction you pointed.
I'm sorry, do we have an attack seahorse?
Starting to think that Gideon is like that horse from Tangled. Like
That was exactly So Gideon looks like sleepy but ready. What do you do?
My crossbow's at the ready.
Okay.
And very slowly gonna inch over towards where the rustling was.
Okay, make a stealth check.
That's a 21.
21. Okay, you very slowly, very silently kind of drift forward. Gideon looks ready until you kind of look close, and he kind of like bumps into you and like is hitting like rocks with his tail and is not nearly as quiet as you are. And you hear the rustling stop suddenly. Are you going to continue approaching?
I'm going to stay very, very still and see if anything comes out.
Okay. Nothing comes out, and you do hear the kind of rustling and kind of like a kind of sound start up again.
Does it sound humanoid? Or does it sound like creature-y?
Make a nature check.
14.
14. It definitely sounds like an animal of some kind. It sounds pretty big.
Does it sound scary big? Like, gonna kill us?
With a 14, you're not sure. It does start to get a little bit louder. And at this point, you can see some of the kelp kind of being disturbed.
Can I go around so I can see it from the back or the side? So it can't see me.
Yes, you're gonna have to make another stealth check. And is Gideon coming with you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not leaving Gideon by himself in eye line of something that might be able to hurt him.
So Gideon's stealth roll before was a 2. He just got a nat 20 on his stealth. So he is like that kind of woke him up, and he's just like the quiet little.
Mine was a 15.
15. Okay. 15. Okay. So as you are like getting through the kelp, it's pretty thick, so some of it kind of moves out of the way. Make a perception check. 15. Yeah, so you were noticing that you're moving the kelp a little bit in a way that might be noticeable. But you also, as some of the kelp kind of drifts out of the way, you see the creature. It is very large. It's like 10 feet. I guess it's just large, but and it has like some fur on it. And it is currently like snuffling around in what appears to be a little like cluster of sea urchins.
Do I know what it is?
No. Make a nature check, I guess.
10.
10? You're not sure. You know that it has claws. You think you've seen a picture of it in a book, and it has claws and is pretty violent.
I'm very quietly going to go with Gideon back to the others, wake them up, be like, we're going to want to move camp. There's a big furry thing with claws that way. And point towards where it is. We don't want to be on the other side of its claws.
Being woken in the middle of a sleep cycle is totally like a hangover. Alright.
I think it's not as bad as being on the business end of whatever that thing is.
Oh, no. That's totally fine. Alright. Moving camp.
So you're all gonna be relocating?
Yep, quietly
Yes.
relocating.
Okay, I'm gonna need everybody to make a stealth check. Elomi, you're still at disadvantage.
Crap, I had a suspicion.
Leo got a 14.
27.
27, 14.
Oh no. 9.
Okay. Everyone make a perception check as well.
21 for Leo.
19.
19.
14.
14. Leo, you were kind of vaguely aware of the noise. It has stopped. The creature sound.
Either good news or bad news. Either the creature has spontaneously, like, died or something, and it's totally silent, or we're screwed.
Oh, shrimp paste.
Or it
Uh,
could just be moving in the opposite direction of us.
That's also true.
at this point,
Thauma, you're so smart.
You can help.
you suddenly see
I can help.
bursting out of the kelp a
Or
furry
not.
creature with like a
Oh.
shark head and kind of clawed furry arms. And Leo, what is your AC?
17.
17.
Oh.
Okay. It like, darts out at you and tries to take a bite, and you kind of jump out of the way at the last second, and it goes tumbling forward. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Heck yeah, let's do this.
All right. Let me pull it up.
Oh shit.
Ooh, I forgot to
Alright.
add a grid.
You can turn the grid settings on in the map settings.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Because
Bad news.
Huh?
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, good. Great.
My
Is my-
initiative is a +5. So it's a 6.
is my initiative also affected by the exhaustion point?
Is initiative a skill? I think initiative is a skill check.
I think
Point of
technically-
order, I don't think attack rolls
No.
count. Yeah, because
No.
that's not till exhaustion
Right.
level 3 that your attack rolls. Your attack rolls will be regular. Any
Right.
other skill checks will be at disadvantage, not saving throws.
So I should roll
okay.
again and choose the lower number for initiative.
Yes. I
Okay.
think that's what we just determined.
Time to wrestle
Yes.
shark.
So that was a 9.
A bear shark?
Oh, I wonder if I can do this.
It has just started into your clearing's not really this big, but whatever. We'll go with it. Don't forget to put your name on your initiative.
Oh, that's right, we do the thing, don't we?
No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the little color note thing, but I don't think I can do that.
Ooh, I have to grab Gideon's. Oh wait, no, I don't.
Oh my
No,
Catherine
that's the laser
is on.
pointer. I don't need that.
Excuse me.
Oh.
The only attack listed for a warhorse. Oh, I guess it has trampling, but it also has hooves. I'm like, this one don't have hooves.
Tail whip?
Yeah, I would say it's a tail whip, which
Tail smack.
But
No,
more effective than it is in Pokemon?
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, don't forget to put your tokens on the screen. Okay.
Do we need a token for Gideon? Let me find
Yeah,
one for
you
Gideon.
do. Why doesn't it have? Is initiative just dexterity?
Yeah,
It's
initiative
just
is
nothing. It's
dex.
okay.
I can control Gideon if that would be easier on you, Amber.
Like that. Yeah. Okay. He's not super duper trained, so keep that in mind while controlling him. His initiative is gonna be 16.
I love that his initiative is the highest of ours.
He did roll an nat 20 on his stealth, so clearly he woke up.
I love it.
While we're getting this set up, I'll just make a quick shout out to owlbear.rodeo, which is what we use for our initiative tracking and maps. I know it did shit the bed a little bit today, but that's on my computer, not on Owlbear. Yeah, I like Owlbear a lot. Gideon has 16, Leo, Thauma, Elomi, what's your initiative? Did I freeze or did they freeze?
I ended up having the way to do it.
Sorry, you cut out. What's going on?
Oh, sorry. I froze because my phone is melting. I have a 9.
A 9. Okay.
There we go.
Cool.
I can't
cool.
resize it or move it precisely. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We can move it. Is
I
your
gotcha.
token? Let's label our token.
I don't see the toolbar token here.
That's fine. We
We
can
can drop one in for you. That's all good.
for sure.
I see Elomi.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
We can just use the generic bard one.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this is Gideon. Who is this? It shows blank for me. Who's below Elomi?
Me.
Thauma.
Okay. Oh, great. I see Leo's label and I see Thomas' label. Beautiful. Okay, so and actually it's gonna be right up in front of Leo, because it just took a chomp at you. It seems to have it missed, but that's gonna take us to Gideon. What is Gideon gonna do in response to his honestly best buddy getting attacked by a big furry shark?
Gideon is going to take a few steps back so that he gets his trampling charge, and then he is going to put down his head. Well, no, actually, he's not going to put down his head. He's just going to rush towards it and try and use his hoof attack, which is a +6.
Tail whip.
Tail whip. That is a 12 to hit.
That is not gonna hit.
Okay, so he runs
kind of.
up. He just does a spin in the air, tries to hit with his tail, and the creature presumably moves out of the way. Gideon's like,
Yeah, it's kind of like moves its shoulder a little bit. It's just, yeah. Let's see. So it's going to. Oh, it should have had advantage on all those perception checks, so it probably should have caught you sooner. It's going to swipe a claw at Gideon. Ooh, it's gonna hit Gideon.
oh no.
I don't know how many hit points Gideon has.
Gideon has 19 hit points.
19 hit points. Okay, beautiful. Good. Okay, it only hits for 2. Don't hit the horse. So it's gonna swipe its claw and then swing back and try to take another bite out of Leo. Leo does a 22 hit.
That will hit.
Okay. How many hit points do you guys have these days?
I've got 38.
Like, you got 100 or?
No.
I have 33.
Well, y'all are getting lucky. It's gonna chomp you for 1. 1 damage. It looks like it got distracted by trying to like attack 2 things at once. It was like, oh, okay. And that's gonna bring us to Leo.
All right, I'm gonna bap it on the nose and say, "Bad shark."
Bad shark thing.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
It takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7 points of bludgeoning. Wait, yeah, we're good. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then I'm going to bap it again.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Yeah.
That's another 7 points. I rolled the exact same damage. And then I'm going to burn a key point with that unarmed strike. And I would like to use... What's it called again? Stunning Strike. It needs to make a con save DC 15.
Ooh, beautiful. I love it.
I'm going to try and disable it.
It fails.
It is stunned until the end of my next turn.
Great. All right, so, it kind of like swipes and bites, and you just real quick give it a couple quick jabs on the nose, and then it's just kind of stuck there, which will bring us to Elomi.
All right. I want to back up a little bit because I'm a little bit close for my crossbow. I'm thinking of going over here.
Mhm.
Someone can move that for me. And I want to give some bardic inspiration to Leo and shoot my crossbow.
Alrighty.
So does an 11 hit?
It does not.
Fudge. All right. Do I just basically give Leo an 1d8 die, or do I roll it now and they just have that number to add later?
I think they roll it when they want to use it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Use it.
You got this, Leo.
Thanks, Elomi.
Which,
Technically, because it's stunned, does Elomi have advantage
ooh, I
on
think
that attack
so.
roll? Because it's incapacitated. Creature automatically fails strength and dex saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Okay, so you get to roll your attack again.
Oh, I rolled a 19 that time. That's nice.
Yeah!
Which makes it
Nice.
24.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. 1d8 plus 2, so that'd be 5 plus 2 is 7.
Beautiful.
Yes. Thank you for catching that, by the way, Leo.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the first time I've got to use that ability, so like, hell yeah.
Yay! That's gonna bring us to Thauma.
Okay. Can I hide first? My bonus action hide first.
Yeah. If you hide, then attack, though, you'll be revealed, right?
Yes, but they'll get advantage.
Oh, but
you've
yeah.
already got advantage on the attack roll, though, Thauma.
Yeah, but I want sneak attack.
You'll get
You'll have sneak attack because
I'm
there's people in melee.
engaged.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you have advantage on the attack roll.
Yeah.
Ooh, advantage.
Yeah, rogues are best when someone in the party is melee. The only time I've been a rogue, the whole party was ranged, and I've like never got my sneak attack.
That's when swashbuckler rogues can be quite good.
Ironically, I was a pirate, but not a swashbuckler. I wanted to be an arcane trickster because I wanted magic.
That's fair.
All right, sorry, Thauma, what you doing?
I rolled a 16. What is 16 plus 8?
To hit?
To hit.
Is that 24?
Gonna hit. Oh, wait, did you roll with advantage?
That was with advantage, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I rolled a 14 and a 16.
Okay.
Nice.
What's your damage? What's your damage, Thauma?
D8. So 4 sneak attack, it's a 6, 5, and 8, and then sneak attack.
All these dice.
Yeah. Another 7.
So it's 15.
15, yep.
All right, it's looking a little roughed up at this point. I'm gonna move our initiative just to put Owlbear. Oh, put it on Owlbear. Oh God. So then Gideon is up.
Gideon is going to try and slap it again with his tail. He's not going to use his trampling charge, though. That is a 14 plus 6 for an unnatural 20.
Beautiful. That's going to hit.
That's 2d6 damage. That is 5 and a 4 for a 9 plus 4, so 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's looking pretty messed up. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. That was Gideon. It's gonna go ahead and take a chomp at Gideon.
Can I do cutting words?
Is that a reaction?
As long as yes, that's a reaction. When a creature is not immune to charm and within 60 feet of me, line of sight, and they're making an attack.
I forgot it can't do anything because hasn't been the end of Leo's turn yet.
Yeah, it's
So
never mind. I'll save that.
Yeah,
then.
it can't do anything on this turn. So never mind. It just looks hurt. Now it's Leo's turn.
All right. I am, now that I'm a little more prepared, going to take my Staff of Striking off my back and hit it twice with that, both with advantage, because it's not the end of my turn yet. Oh, that was rough, though. That's a 17 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
Two-handed. That's 11 points on the first strike.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Yep.
With 8 points on the second strike. And then I am going to go stuff it, and I'm going to go flurry.
Actually, as you hit it the second time, you hear like a sickening crunch, and it just kind of like stops moving.
Oh.
Bad shark. Sort of like floating dead. Alright. Is it dead?
Make a nature check.
Nature is a 10.
A 10. It's dead. And also, you are kind of familiar with what this is. You cannot remember what it's actually called. All you know is you and your friends always called them fluff sharks.
Yeah, these can be
That
bit
sounds
aggressive
accurate.
and unpredictable, but like, you know, sometimes we used to play like this game where there was like this current and like you'd have to swim through the current and avoid all the fluff sharks.
How did you survive? Like to adulthood. I'm just like, I'm glad you're here. How?
I don't know, guess I'm just real lucky.
You know what, man? You sure are.
Gideon is kind of like licking his shoulder a little bit where he got.
Oh.
I am going to heal Gideon. I'm going to use I'm going to go up and put a hand on him, and I'm going to use my healing hand and spend 1 key point, add 1d6 plus 4. So I will heal Gideon for 9 hit points.
He was only
more than
damaged
he
by
needs.
2. Beautiful.
Okay,
What
good
are
boy, very brave boy.
What are you guys
He
doing
was
now?
a very brave boy. He went to go look at the rustling with me. Because I didn't want to wake anybody up if it was just like a little fish. And he went with me.
I do appreciate
He was a
that.
very good boy.
Gideon
And
is
then it
just-
turned out to be something scary.
Gideon puts on his best pouty face and like starts nudging everyone's pockets like I did such a good job.
Yes, you did.
He's a real
Elomi's gonna snap off some of the kelp and like hand feed it to him. Like, here you go. Thank you so much.
He's gonna be his dramatic self and just I need it.
I give him whatever the equivalent of seahorse ear scratchies are.
He loves it. He's all over it.
I'm gonna give him like the like do the butt scritch and then like the big pat pat pat.
His like tail twitches, kind of like when you do butt scratches on a dog.
Good boy. All right, we should probably try and get some sleep.
Get more
Well,
sleep.
that definitely broke our long rest up, and we'll need to sleep for a little bit longer.
Yep.
You also did go to bed pretty early, so you have time.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Alright, so I'm happy to take another watch.
I can finish out the watch. Go back to sleep.
Okay. We go back to sleep.
Okay. The rest of the night passes uneventfully, and you all awaken newly rested, which I believe that would make Elomi's exhaustion go away, right? Can't you recover 1 from a long rest? Yeah.
Yeah, so long as it counts as a long rest, what we did.
Yeah.
All right, sick.
Provided that the creature has also ingested some food and drink. So as long as you had dinner.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty. So
I'd be snacking.
you awaken to, some gentle sun rays passing through the kelp, that nice dappled shadow that you were used to last time you were in this forest, and the day is yours.
Might be a dangerous place, but, it's a beautiful place. Should we keep trying to look for our friends?
Yeah.
I would like to see if I can find any tracks or anything.
Cool. Make
friends.
a survival check.
That is a 19.
19. Anyone else want to do the same?
Yes. I have to pull my skills back up. $11.
11. Okay. Thauma, you don't find a whole lot. Leo, let's see. You find what looks like the remains of a camp a little bit north of this clearing, but it looks somehow like a little bit older than the traps that you guys already found. So like maybe this is backwards from where they were at. I'm gonna go back to the world map 1 second.
And Binks is watching me move my dice very intently.
I think this might be the wrong direction. This camp seems to be older.
Why are you licking things?
Licking rocks can actually tell you a lot of really cool stuff.
We're just
About
lucky that it
rocks.
wasn't poisonous. We're good.
I've only been poisoned 5 times, and all those times I've recovered. So as far as I'm aware, being poisoned is not as bad as people think it is.
Everybody make a survival check.
When we get to Zenthal Forest, you're not allowed to lick things. Got it? Promise me.
Everybody make a survival check.
That's only a 13 for Leo.
I got a 6.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
For a 24.
Sorry, what did Leo get?
13.
So Thauma, you find yourself, so Leo is confidently leading the charge, and you find yourself occasionally having to correct them and be like, nope, it's that way. You deftly avoid some smaller sharks who were looking for a little bit of a nibble, and you eventually find the camp where you met these people at. They appear to no longer be there, and they've packed up pretty efficiently. There's just kind of some maybe forgotten left behind things, but this is the camp where you originally met them at, kind of near that cliff.
Have they been gone for very long?
How
long were we in Genbor? It was only a week, right?
It was a week.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
22.
22.
Thauma's so
Like
smart.
2 days. There's like I think there were tents originally, and there's kind of the remains of one that maybe looks like it was damaged and they left it behind. And there's like a couple little like bags, but it doesn't look like they left in a hurry.
Okay.
They just maybe left some things behind on purpose.
Alright, so they've only been gone a couple of days. Then we might be able to catch up to them at their next camp.
I also think you're like a day out of Thestalon at this point. I can't remember how long it took you to get to them after leaving Thestalon, but I want to say it's like a day.
Yeah, it was like a day or two, I believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we camped at least once before we met them.
Okay, so you're 2 days out of Thestalon.
Alright, so we can either keep trying to follow their trail, or we can go to Thestalon and see if we can pick up any extra information about the Zenthal Forest, and possibly if either Winifred or Fred, if he's there, I don't know, might be able to like help us, or we can tell either one of them that we're in a bit of a sea pickle. And maybe they can help us.
I think because we know Thestalon's not going anywhere, but we have limited time to catch up to this group before this trail goes cold.
That is indeed true. Alright, well, let's keep trying to find these folks and then figure out how the heck we're going to get across the Trident Crossroads.
Okay, let's have everyone make a survival check and investigation check again.
Unnatural 20 for survival.
How is that even worse? 16 for survival.
And a
5
for investigation.
Okay, so I have for survival, Leo with a 20, Thauma with a 16, Elomi with a 5. And then was investigation was a 3.
Leo was a 3, yeah.
Mine was a 10.
My investigation is a 16.
16. Okay. How much time do you want to dedicate to trying to track down these people?
So
I
what
think that a
exactly
day is...
do we need from them? Like their allies?
giving them fair warning, and also seeing if they have a way to get across to Zenthal Forest.
And also see if they have safe ways through Trident Crossing. Know of any safe houses? Basically same information we could get from Fred or Winifred. Same information from a different source.
And we can probably dedicate like one day's worth of trying to find them. Otherwise, it would be more time efficient to go to Thestalon.
Yeah.
Okay. So you spend the day, kind of very meticulously searching through areas and seeing if you can locate any sign of them. At one point you think you've definitely found like, oh, this is definitely, a new camp, or that they must have left behind, and then it just turns out to be like a nest of some sort. So at the end of the day, you're towards Thestalon, like you've kind of followed this towards Thestalon. You have not yet located them. You're pretty confident this is the direction they went, but you're not 100%, and you don't know exactly where they are.
So, make camp and head on to Thestalon.
Can
Keep our eyes
sounds like-
open.
Can we make it to Thestalon before nightfall, or?
With how slow you were searching, I would say you're about halfway to Thestalon.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's camp again. Another night in this
Woo!
fun forest.
Everybody make a perception check. I'll just do that for your keeping watch this time.
It's a 9 for Leo. That was really bad.
13.
11.
A 9, a 13, and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're just so exhausted.
You
tired.
did a lot of searching.
I got all my good rolls in earlier.
When you wake up in the morning, the party has lost 3 days' food. And how much gold does everyone have?
Oh, where the hell did I put that down?
I
Leo
know-
has 122 gold.
122 gold. I know Thauma''s gold is strategically spread out all over. Like, I know that's a thing,
Yep.
right?
Yes. At
100.
487.
111 gold.
You've each lost 40 gold.
No!
Fuck.
So clearly, while you were sleeping, somebody fell asleep on guard duty, and you were a little bit pickpocketed.
How am I going to reverse pickpocket Winifred if I don't have enough gold?
I have to pay the NPC tax.
Gideon, why didn't you wake us up?
Gideon is still snoring. He's not even awake as you're discovering all of this.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe Gideon was lost on purpose. His original owner was like, I should just lose this one and get another one.
How dare you?
How much of a possibility do you think that it is the deep sea mer camp that got us?
Thauma doesn't think so. Thauma doesn't think
Okay.
that it would have been them. Thauma doesn't think that they would have pickpocketed one of their own.
Uh-huh. I didn't know if they would recognize us. And we only did interact once. But are there any clues as to who it could have been? Because who the hell else is here out in the middle of fuck all?
Do you want to try to look around and investigate?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I do. They took 40
Investigate, check the day.
22?
22.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to help?
Not really. Only because we have a quest to save a princess.
As your companions are sitting around eating and not helping,
I mean, I'm annoyed as fuck, but if they robbed sleeping people, they probably needed it more than we did. I mean,
Elomi, you do find a small pouch that seems to be left behind. It looks like it's one of Thauma's many coin pouches. it's empty, but it is just sort of abandoned on the ground.
Oh. Hey, do you think that the robbers left this?
Probably.
And then you can kind of see like a path that they may have taken.
I think they went this way.
Do we have time to be pursuing this right now?
My pettiness says yes, but I probably shouldn't. I should probably go to Thestalon.
You then hear voices.
Oh, no, hello?
I rolled for that. You hear like bickering a little ways out.
I hear people. I'm gonna go.
Oh, I mean, if they're dumb enough to stay close by.
And on that note, we will go ahead and call it a day.
Distractions.
So, yeah, all right. Well, thank you as always for being here. And we will see you, I believe, in 2 weeks. There's a slight possibility I'll be available next Saturday to also play with you guys. We'll see. I'll reach out on Discord once my computer starts letting me again. Yeah, so we'll see you in either 1 week or 2 weeks.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Look after yourselves.
Bye.